Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, and we have actually got active Blizzard updates to the pre-patch, which to be fair I think is like the first pre-patch in a very long time where Blizzard have actually changed the course of the entirety of pre-patch based on player feedback. That is right, Blizzard are actually listening actively to what players are saying. Now the first thing that they wanted to address was the fact that if you wanted to farm the mounts, you wanted to farm the transmog, what people were finding was you're better off doing the meta events on every single character and then just funneling all of the essences and everything over to your main character and then being able to then purchase everything on that character. Considering the weeks, the quests were only once a week. Now Blizzard have changed that already, and now we get the quests daily. Now this is a work in progress. This only got released as of the time of recording this video, which is the 2nd of August. So this may change, and again, they may make it even faster. But one of the biggest changes they've made, if you haven't already watched my other video where I tested it on the first day, was that now when you kill the initial ghoul, or whatever you want to call it, when you first load in, then you immediately get this memories remaining buff at the top that you can see. Now for this buff, you don't just need to complete the 4 memories remaining in the area, you now need to complete a certain percentage to then be able to then get the last boss, which not only allows you to get more essences, which is great, you can then also earn more gear, because every time you complete a scenario you have a chance of getting a piece of gear. As you saw, I got the trinket right at the beginning. The next thing they've done is they've already changed it so that you can now do the meta events every hour instead of every hour and a half. So they've already reduced it by the half an hour, which they were actually planning on doing next reset. So it'll be interesting to see whether they reduce that down to half an hour or whether they're just going to keep it at an hour full stop. The next thing that they've actually done is, as soon as you now just change the... As soon as you complete the event and you completed the memories, so like the last boss, these memories now automatically start respawning, and there's no downtime in between, but it's the same scenarios. So instead of it just being kill a bunch of mobs and you're just continuously killing the mobs to get the essences, you're now just going to have the scenarios over and over and over again, which hopefully is going to mean more gear in the long run for everybody, which possibly means increased XP. I saw a tweet that somebody said, or a video, that you can level from 60 to 70 in like an hour with doing this. Hopefully that means it's even faster, especially with the nerfs to the amount of XP you need between levels. So hopefully, if you haven't already leveled up your ult and you don't want to play the mop remix to gear because you want to actually play the content, as soon as your character gets to level 10, get into these maps and just start tagging mobs as much as you possibly can. There is hundreds of people doing this content, so no means do you need to solo anything, and hopefully, yeah, you're going to get a decent amount of stuff. They've also changed the daily quest. You now get 3k essence per quest instead of only 1.5. You can also get flight stones, and you can get crests by completing the content, so you can now actually upgrade the gear, which is even better, because that was going to be a little bit of an annoyance. You're going to be able to get your ult or your new main to max item level of 480 and then have to start doing Mythic Plus or old content, well I say old but current content, to then be able to upgrade your gear. So it's quite nice that they've included everything into one go. Now one of the things that I did want to just slightly mention is the dungeon journal. If you haven't already completed your progress in this month, literally spend a couple of hours doing these and you will automatically complete it. It really does not take long whatsoever. It is actually really good. You can now also get around, on this run with this character, so I started with 250 of the essence. I also did the quest. I didn't actually start the memories, like the first boss. I was late to that one, but I still got just shy of 8,000 essence in the one go. So whether or not that's only going to be a once off because it was my first one of the day on this character, or whether or not that's going to be 3 times on the first time you complete all 3 because you get the quest as well, that would be pretty insane, if I have to say. I was pretty active this event, so hopefully that isn't the case. Well, that is the case, but if it's only once per day, on all 3 zones. Again, it's not too bad because you're only waiting an hour per zone. Now, I don't particularly like farming the scenarios in between, but I'm pretty sure if you farm the scenarios in between, you're probably looking at like something like 10,000 essence per hour, which is pretty dope, considering they've also reduced the amount of essence you need to be able to buy the gear and the mounts and the rewards, so that's quite nice as well. So yeah, this is what they're already updating, and it's going to be a wild ride to the end of the pre-patch. Hopefully they keep updating this, and there is talks where they haven't actually they've said that they've released it, but it's not working currently, where you can, your Dalaran gear that you're getting from completing these events, you should be able to use it in the catalyst, so hopefully you'll be able to get 4 set. Now, there was a blue post a very long time ago that stated that the 4 sets aren't going to carry over when you're leveling, they're going to become inactive. However, on pre-patch, on the beta, sorry, people have been leveling and they've been copying their characters over, the level 70s, and the 4 sets are still working. So whether or not that was a mistake that they posted, or whether or not just on the beta they haven't actually disabled them, we don't know. So I would still suggest getting your 4-piece set because it's going to be pretty good to get. I do want to just address the warbands. I was mistaken in my last video. Warbands are for every single character on your account. You can use the warband bank on every single alt. It doesn't matter whether they're in the first 4 favorited, because now it's called a favorite character, so it's just the first 4 that you log in and see. It doesn't actually matter. You can still use the warband bank as if you are those 4 characters. The lag still persists, so I do wish you all the best of luck. So most of the time when you're killing this last boss, you're pretty much going to be AFK, just slapping your buttons as much as you can. They don't really seem to do much damage, I have to say, which is kind of a good thing in a way, because obviously you are struggling with the lag. Hopefully they fix that in the coming months, but if this is anything to show for when the patch, the expansion launches, it's going to be a wild ride. But I hope you guys enjoy. Please leave a like, comment and subscribe, and I've been loving the amount of people that are new to the channel. It's absolutely amazing to see. I hope you guys enjoy the content, and let me know obviously if I get anything wrong, because it does help the channel a lot and I do read all of your comments. See you all in the next one.